Sladen, yeah, man. He's in Florida. Okay. All right, I brought it for you because I told you I'd give you some. You tell me what you think. All right, Sladen, you're in Florida. How's the weather? It's like 80 here, man.
Sladen!
You doing okay, dude? Or is it not? Oh, gosh, dang it. I get so excited. I don't know. Look, I want you to genuinely understand my excitement. Like when it comes to this, when someone joins my Zoom, hey, you can leave this up there, dude. It's cool. It's all right, man. We got an understanding since you've been gone. It's all good. Okay. But you can remove the ones by your seat. You can move those. All right, now listen. Everybody open up your Chromebooks and go to Google Classroom. Go to.
Only a select
Can you just put them back? You put it back.
Oh, yeah.
Not stack them, just put them like upright and under the chairs. That'd be great. Okay, now listen. Here's what I need. Everybody open this up because I'm going to teach you how to make a graph today and some of you know this already, and that's great. Look, if you do know, just follow my directions. Okay, so you need to go to what's called Lettuce Data Sheet. Okay, the one that every day or almost every day we recorded our dates. Okay, so I sure do. Okay, so I'm going to explain how this is going to go down. I am going to give you credit. So those of you who are not here, okay, you're going to receive a 0 on this until I see you turn in. But you have to watch this video and you have to follow the directions that I'm giving you, okay, on this video. So those of you who are at home, whether you're absent, whether you are quarantining, or whether you're virtual, just follow these directions and hopefully it all makes sense. All right. This is not you. This is Forget About It, which I don't know who that is.
Wow, how funny.
That actually kills me. How did that kill you?
Oh, I know, I totally fell for it. Right. All right, now listen. Okay, I'm gonna come around and I want to see your data sheet. Okay, but here's what I want you to do though. Make a copy. Okay, so when I come around, I should see everyone says copy of Lettuce Data Sheet. Okay, 2020. Okay.
Don't start with me.
Great. Well, get going. I'll move it this way. Copy of. Make sure it says copy of. It's in classwork, folks. It's in classwork. Make a copy. I need everyone to say make a copy. Yeah. Tell me what it's on classwork. This is where we took our data every day. This should not be a hard thing to find because we literally took data. Not what I made for you. Wrong. Tyler, wrong. Classwork. Lettuce Data Sheet. Yes. Literally the one that you typed on when we were making our lettuce. But I need you to make a copy. Yes, make a copy. Look, make a copy. Okay, make a copy. It doesn't say copy though at the top. It should say copy. You know what I'm saying here? Because you'll find out why.
He said so.
Okay.
Wait. Good enough.
Okay, make a copy. So like it just should say copy of and then your name, right? So make a copy. Make a copy. Okay, you're on the wrong thing. It should look exactly like this, dude. Okay. You type your lettuce data every day.
I'm letting this kid in.
Yeah, dude. Who is it? What they say? Is it the Forget About kid?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all with me on this?
Yeah.
Copy.
Zach.
Gotta say copy. Good.
What it says.
You're getting there. Good. Good.
I need help finding.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, go to classwork. Mr. Brightway. And then go down to where it says lettuce Data Sheet.
How much is it?
All right, now Okay, the reason why we're making a copy is we're gonna mess with it. Great. Okay, now I'm gonna teach you how to make a graph. And to make a graph, we really have to, you gotta pay close attention here. Okay, graphs don't like a ton of like letters. Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to get rid of the centimeters, okay, and everything, and also get rid of the dates. Okay, so you're gonna get rid of the dates here, okay, and you are gonna get rid of the centimeters here. Okay, so all of this stuff, okay, is going to be just your data, just numbers. Keep the date, keep the soil lettuce, keep the fish lettuce, but get rid of all the centimeters, and you'll see why here in a minute, okay? So just wipe out those centimeters on each line, wipe out all the dates. This is why we're making a copy, okay? I want to see no alphabetical letters where they're numbers. So even though some of you have a new leaf, okay, some of you have a new leaf, that's fine. This is why we're making a copy of this, okay, because you're going to see how we're going to make a chart in just a second, okay? So wipe out the dates. Your page should look very similar to mine, except just different data, right? Okay, notice I've just got decimals, okay, no centimeters here, no centimeters here. I still want that stuff in the other one. That's why I'm making a copy right here so I can manipulate this data. Okay, you guys at home need to do this as well. Okay, so if you're watching this video later, okay, you're going to get rid of everything. So you have no dates left. You have just the soil lettuce numbers, the fish lettuce numbers, and it should say copy of lettuce data. Okay, how we doing? Everybody wiped them all out? Are we good to go? All right, now pay close attention to this next thing. Okay, you're going to go, follow me up here, new tab. Type in derive.google.com. It should automatically pop up drive.google.com. That's drive.google.com. And when you do, okay, what pops up is your drive. Is anybody struggling with this at this point? Everybody got it? Okay, now you're going to click the plus button, okay, and you are going to say, you're going to say you want a new Google Sheet. So come down here to Google Sheets and boom, you are going to open a Google Sheet. Now, the first thing I want you to do under letter A, you write date, okay? Type date. Sorry, don't write it. Type it. There you go. Okay, everybody got that? Do I need to pause or everybody's good?
You want me to type data right there?
Just date, D-A-T-E, like someday I hope to go on a date.
Yeah, I would.
With my significant other. Okay, well, I still can date my wife, right? We like to go on dates. All right, so here we go. Now go back to your copy. Okay, here's the tough thing. Everybody watch my screen real quick. I'm gonna show you a quick, yeah, Olivia. Oh, girl.
The struggle is real. It is. Look at it, look at it.
It's just okay, date. All right, so listen up. Here's what we got. Okay, everybody look at my screen real quick because this is somewhat confusing, but hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna click on soil lettuce. Okay, the word soil lettuce. Y'all see that little cursor? Okay, Y'all got that? Now watch this. I'm going to hold down on the shift button. Okay, and I'm going to click on my data spot at 19.1, and that automatically highlights everything. You can highlight it whichever you want. At first period, they were like, well, we can do it like this. Okay, I'm just showing you a quick little shortcut. Okay, once again, what you're doing here. Okay, let me show you again for those of you who missed it. I clicked on soil lettuce. You could see this little blinker right there. I'm going to take my finger and hold down the shift button. Now I'm going down to 19.1. I'm clicking there and that highlights it all. What you need to do next is go up here to edit and you go copy. Okay, or Control C. Okay, now go back to your spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Okay, and under B, click B there. Now paste. So you go edit.
Whoa.
Paste. Okay, or you could do just plain old wonderful Apple or sorry Command or Control V. Now look at this. Everybody look at my screen for just a second.
Wait. So it pasted all mine into one column.
Okay, so you must not have clicked on one. Did you click on letter B? Just the letter, like click on B. Okay, I want to see that in a second. Hey, everybody look at this real quick.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, got it. Watch this. Okay, so notice mine is like, I'm not in the right cells. Okay, so watch this. I highlighted everything. How did I highlight again? I clicked on lettuce. I held down on shift. I clicked on this data point on the far right. Okay, notice I get this hand. When I take the hand and I move it up, okay, that makes everything all lined up. Okay, so I'm going to come around and make sure everybody's got this. You should have date and then a row of soil lettuce and a row of fish lettuce. Okay, I'll show you how I moved it up again. Okay, watch this. Okay, I'm gonna go click on soil lettuce, and then I'm gonna hit shift, like hold down on shift. Okay, and then I get this hand, and this hand can like let me move it wherever I want. But I want it right there. See the hand once again. Okay, there's the hand. I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, so you should be under cell number 1 and 2. 1 should be all of the words, and then 2 down. Okay, if you have, well, let me come around and look at it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
I'll show you how to do this. Watch this. Here.
Oh, Jack, I wish you built the car faster than here.
You will use them a lot.
I know.
Okay, that's pretty good. Type date and send you this right next to soil lettuce. Okay. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Can I touch it? Oh, God. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
I'm special too.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. I could have finished
Yeah,
that.
you get need to move this over to column BC, date, show them. Here's-
Jack, what did you do?
I'm first grade 11 over 5. 11 over 5. Yeah, I know. But that's only at like level 4. I think one game called It's level 4 out of
What'd you do?
Bro, I love that. It speeds up.
Bro, I have one of those too. I should bring it in. Mine's like way stronger.
Okay, you guys are doing fantastic.
You know,
All
actually,
right.
I need it about right here. 'Cause I hit my
Now,
leg.
one thing I gotta tell you, one reason we're doing this now is because I had this conversation with people who were just literally saying like, man, we've really never had to do spreadsheets that much, and And when I talk to kids that are going off to college, they're saying that's a thing that we wish we would have had more experience, because when we went to college, we did not have experience doing that. Okay, now everybody watch this. Click on the date, okay? So that date is highlighted. Then shift, then click on your last data point, okay? You're gonna, and you can do this however you want. Highlight this and let it be highlighted, okay? So it should all be blue. Myra, have you done this stuff before at like old schools or no?
Well, it's Myra, of course she's done it.
Okay, well, she's a genius. All right, so here we go. Now here's the thing. Here's this nice toolbar, and most of you have used things like the back button, the forward button, maybe the print. Okay, all right, but we're gonna go over this Sigma. We worked with this a little bit. Okay, the other day I showed you that, but I'm more concerned about this little thing. Okay, so there's a funnel. There's also a little bubble with the plus. Okay, so the one I want is this one right here. Okay, so if you look at this little thing, it says insert chart. Okay, so when you click that, okay, what's wonderful is that a chart is going to be made out of your data. Okay, now yours may not look like mine because I think it automatically defaults as a line graph, right? I want to do a column graph. Okay, so, or column chart is what they're calling it right here. So if you notice under setup, it's the first option. It gives you a column chart, but it's also got line. You want to come down here to where it says column. Okay, so you click column. You all had maybe line graph to start. Okay, maybe not. You want to do the first column. Okay. 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 Click on the date. Now hold down on shift. Now click on that 17 on the right. Yep. There you go. Now click it. Boom. Okay. Then you click that. Yes, that says not the plus. No, this one that says insert chart. Okay. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, now some of yours, okay. All right, here's the problem.
How are you back? She didn't even die. Yeah, I know, but and we gotta put that on my arm. I got blue.
What is that?
But you know what? Who cares?
Okay. Here's this good, here's this good. Sam, did you get a chart yet? Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, you gotta go column, so go up there to, boom.
I'll write some more.
The one on the left. I like your smooth line though.
Yeah.
You do have smooth line. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, Isaac. Hey, push up. I push up. Last one to drop the 16. Bet. Bet. Like last one to get dropped just. Yes, we're actually dumb. You got it right.
Okay, all right, you guys, fantastic. You just made a chart. Now, Trey, Weiss, yours is wrong. Okay?
Oh,
You didn't get the whole deck.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, all right.
Let me observe.
Let's see. Okay, so you gotta move this guy up. This is part of the problem. Okay, so we move this guy up like this. Okay, because spreadsheets don't like it when you do this. Also, when you change this to 12.75, 14.75, and then 16.5. Okay, all right, now listen. When we're looking at this stuff, okay, the reason, now, nobody did this because you guys all were fantastic with listening to directions, but first period did make this mistake. And so what had happened was somebody forgot to erase all the centimeters here. Okay, and they got a thing that popped up that said, unable to make chart or no data available. Okay, that's why we made a copy. Okay, so that we could just manipulate that pretty quickly and put this data in. Now remember, we've got our dependent and independent variables, right? So on the x-axis is my date, okay? And if you notice what's happening for the most part is that from the beginning to the end, the soil did grow. Yes, from the beginning to the end, the fish lettuce did grow, but for the most part, it looks like the soil lettuce is winning in my data right here, okay? So my measurement is my independent, that's on the y-axis, okay? That's how that's going, okay? The dependent there, or sorry, dependent's on the y, and that independent is what I'm changing over time, okay, on that x-axis. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Now I want you to go to the 3 dots right here. So click the 3 dots. And when you click those 3 dots, it'll say copy chart. Now I want you to go back to your wonderful Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, I want you to click on where it says Lettuce Experimental Design, okay, and open that up. Our lettuce experimental design was what we started last Friday, and we were able to look at these questions like, what is the hypothesis? What's the independent variable, the dependent variable, and so on and so forth, okay? So here we are. You've gotten the question, the purpose, all those things, okay? And you should have this. Why is this popping up? None of your things should be popping up here. Okay, you should have your own thing, right? You have your own thing. Everybody should have their own thing. Yeah, you just go to your name. Sorry, you clicked on the one that I clicked on. You should click on your name. Okay, so these people get off my thing. Okay. Okay, so you would click here. Sorry, I didn't make that clear enough, but you would click over here to like, see, this is what mine looks like. You would click on your own name, right? Okay, so yours would look like, it would say your name, the lettuce experimental design. Okay, if you do not have answers here, you're on the wrong sheet because you already typed in your answers for that stuff. Okay. It sent you back to that one. Can you go back to classroom? Yeah, let's go to, well, how do you open that up if on yours? We had this problem this morning, but how do you get to yours? You went to what?
I'm gonna wait.
You went to Google Drive? How did you get to yours? You went to Docs? I guess just go to Docs.
You want to try this?
Oh, I have tried those before. They're really cool. Okay. Oh, that's you, Sloan. Okay. Now listen. Scroll down to where it says graph results. So this says create a graph from your data table. Do this in Google Sheets and paste your graph below. There's a tutorial, but bye. Good luck. Okay. Hope it goes well. Okay. So you just go under here. Okay. Click on this. Hey, maybe Sloan, you didn't start it then because you were gone. You were here Friday. Were you here Friday? Didn't we start on Friday? Thursday? What did we do Friday? Didn't we do this on Friday?
What did we do on Friday?
No,
Yeah, we did this on Friday.
Yeah, no, we did the sheet on the other thing.
Oh, yeah, we were putting the stuff in.
Oh, yeah, the
kept that from
spreadsheet.
2020.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you must just not have ever opened this, okay? So, but like, so go here and go make a copy. Yeah. That's exactly what I was like, Sloan. What? Okay, now watch. Okay, so it's right underneath graph results. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. Okay, I'm gonna make these copies for you again. Okay, and this makes me nervous when we do this sort of thing, but delete this, okay, and then paste your graph. But just put paste unlinked. Okay, paste unlinked here. Okay.
How do we even do this?
So paste, there it is. Okay. Now, because I'm so glad Sloan had this issue. Okay, now listen, you guys at home, because you probably haven't done this yet. When you go to Google Classroom, okay, and you're looking at Leaf lettuce experimental design. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this. You're gonna open this up and then you're gonna make a copy. Okay, so make a copy is what you're gonna do. Okay, so those of you at home who have not done this yet, you need to make a copy of this one. I did that on purpose and I forgot that I did it like that. But there you go. Okay, now you guys are doing so good. I'm so impressed with where you're at. Now, what I need you to do is hopefully you've posted or you pasted your little thing in there. Okay, so your graph looks like this. I am going to go back just because I don't want to lose that. Okay, notice there are two more spots. The spots are conclusion. What does your data graph tell you? Was your hypothesis correct? Support your answer with data. Reflection. What other questions does this cause you to ask? What would you do differently if you were to do this again? And are there any potential errors in your lab procedure or data? Okay, what I want you to do is write a few sentences. Okay, your conclusion is, and I think for the most part, okay, people in here did find that their data showed that the soil won. Okay, so please write that in your conclusion that the soil lettuce grew taller than that. Trace, do you understand what I'm doing? Okay, well, stay with me here. Go to conclude. Did you paste your thing already?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay, so once again, if you missed how to paste it, your spreadsheet has the graph. You click on the three dots, okay? These three dots are right here. So if you can't find the dots, like you're like, where's my dots? You have to click on the graph, then you click on the three dots, then you go copy chart. When you're copying the chart, make sure, okay, I'll go back to my lettuce data thing. It's under graph. I can delete this stuff just like this. I would go Control V, but I'm going to paste unlinked, paste. There's my graph.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm going to go back though.
Wow.
Now that leaves us with our conclusion and our reflection. How are you doing today? We're just making some graphs. Okay. So in your conclusion, okay, what are you going to write? You're going to write either that the soil lettuce grew more. We've been growing lettuce either in soil or in poop. That's been fun, right? But not human poop, right? Fish poop, right? I did not make them bring in samples by any means. Trace, how about you go show Dr. Grimaud real quick our unit? Will you go show her real quickly?
Go get it.
Okay, and yeah, and you can lift it up and show her the fish in there. Okay, so what we've got here is show her the two differences, will you? And explain that to her, that'd be great. Okay, so conclusions, what do we got? We've got our soil, for the most part, one. Okay, so when I go back and I look at my data, I've got the red line is a fish, loser, 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 ooh, slight winner, loser, 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 loser. But out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times we measured that, okay, 7 out of 8, the soil was the winner. Okay, so that's what we would write in our conclusion. Okay, now this next part, though, is a little bit reflective. Remember we talked about scientific papers, there's an introduction. Okay, that's kind of like, here's our background, here's why we're doing it, here's my hypothesis. There's the materials and methods. Here's what we need to have to do this experiment. Okay, here's my results. That's that nice graph, okay, that we just did. Okay, we didn't put our data table in there. That's okay this time. Now, what about our reflections? Okay, what could we have done differently? I'll tell you one thing that I want to do differently this spring. Okay, when we do this again, we're going to start this again in January.
What?
Is we are going, yeah, man, I'm going to redo it. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm not going to measure every day. We're going to measure day 1, and then we're going to measure like day 15. Okay, something like that. 15, 16, I don't know. I haven't determined it. Okay, why would I only want to measure in the beginning and the end? What's that? Okay, definitely, I want to measure to see the growth, but we still get to see growth. Isaac, why? Yes, okay, so my concern is, thank you very much for doing that, Trace. Did you have a question? Was that a question? Okay, thanks. Was he able to kind of explain things to you? Okay, cool. Well, we're just trying to figure out like what we could do differently. Isaac just came up with the idea of like, let's measure, or we don't want to measure it maybe every day because that lettuce is broke a lot. Every day when we kind of like got it out of that little cage. Did you pull a cage up for it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Sometimes it would break. So we're gonna see if we can redo that a little bit. So any other things that we would like to change? Hey, thank you for coming in. What else would we change? Maybe more fish poop. Okay, guess what? I have two bad stories for you.
Oh, my.
Okay, one bad story is one fish died. Second bad story, another fish died. Hey, by the way, thank you.
For what?
You knew who that was?
No.
That's my boss's boss.
Cool.
That's the superintendent of the school, Dr. Promosa.
I'm glad I didn't grab a fish.
Thanks for being cool,
Are
everybody.
you serious? I would have.
Thanks for being cool. No, I appreciate that. Like, thank you. That's very nice. Okay, all right. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Thanks for not throwing things at my face.
Come on, we couldn't grab a fish.
All right, now listen. No, that was awesome. Okay, now listen. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Finish your thoughts. Okay, you could write the stuff that I did, and then click, and then turn this into me. And how would you turn that in? You would have to submit it because I had you make a copy, which I know is stupid, but this is how we did it this time. Okay, yo.
You don't have to explain it all over again, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So did you get the chart put in?
Yeah.
Okay, so now just conclusions. Which one won? Did your soil?
My fish poop one.
Your fish poop. Okay, so you put that one. You're like, my fish poop grew better, faster, taller, stronger.
Submit this
Right.
necessary.
Right, and then you want to talk about things that we could do differently were that and Isaac was correct. We're not going to measure it every single day because there was a lot of breakage. Also, here's another thing I'm going to do next time is that, do you notice how some of your leaves, like there was like a lot of stem, okay, right? Like the leaf didn't grow, but it seemed like that stem grew a lot. I don't feel like it was that way in the soil. I'm going to place it down a little bit more in the cage so just the leaves are sticking out and see if that helps. I don't know if that's going to help ultimately. Okay, but we're going to try that out and see what happens. Yes.
Okay, so I think, so you know like how a tomato plant thing works? Like you put it over, that way the tomato plants go straight up. Yeah, you should build like a miniature version of those.
Well, I kind of was hoping like the lettuce might like lean against the stick. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, but I mean,
it didn't really. Yeah,
I think we should build.
Right.
You should build
like a taller cage so they grow straight.
Just grow straight up.
I will look into that. I promise you that I will, because that's a great idea. Let me write it in my book. I'll write it in my book. That way I won't lose it. Have I showed you I'll tell you, like, this is one of my favorite things ever. This is called a Write in the Rain notebook. If I wash this notebook, all of the ink will stay on there. Okay. If it's raining outside, it'll stay on there.
That's cool.
And this is my favorite pen. This is a Write in the Rain pen. I like it because it's a clicky top. I'm a clicky top kind of guy. And anyway, so I keep this notebook in my pocket. Also, it doesn't tear. Okay. I mean, it can tear like if I work at it and get scissors at it, but like, you know, here it is. And I don't know, man, magic. It says it's a patented, environmentally responsible all-weather writing paper that sheds water and enables you to write. If you ever go to the hardware store in town, there's a little display and it's got a Write in the Rain notebook and it's got water constantly pouring on it, right? So I'm gonna write this down, Trace, because I like that idea. Find a cage that would help the lettuce grow.
You could probably just build a small one.
Yeah. Find cage for lettuce.
Yeah, because like if we just made the measurements, we could cut it all in one piece.
Give us the measurements, we can build one in the workshop.
What workshop, bro?
Intro to manufacturing.
Oh, nice. That would be cool. That'd be cool. Yo, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Janessa, I think that you're so smart that you can just roll.
I did it.
Okay, so I'll be right there. So, hey, so folks at home, okay, watch this video, watch it again, send me questions, okay? But this is worth points. As soon as I receive it, I will give everyone, this is gonna be worth, I'm gonna make this worth 40 points, folks. Okay, so 40, okay? So if you're here and you just did everything I told you to, that's automatic 40 points. But I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna look at those. If you don't have charts, if you did not write anything in conclusion or reflection, or if you wrote dumb stuff, okay, I'm not gonna give you points for that, okay? So, okay, yeah, right? You gotta write good stuff. All right, questions at home, please send them to me. Janessa